Hey, everybody. Hey, come on in the room. Come on in the room. I have heard from many of you guys. Yes, I am okay. No, I did not go live yesterday. There is no judgment at all. But I want to tell you guys about the amazingness that is happening with me right now. And then let's lean into this topic. We only have 10 minutes, and I'm so excited to be here. We are live on Facebook inside of my private Facebook group. Hello, all of my change champions. We are live on LinkedIn. Hey, LinkedIn family. And we're also live on my YouTube channel. Today, we are talking about releasing generational strongholds. You ready? Release them. I had an amazing opportunity to speak live this morning inside of my 7 a.m. power session. It's 1 hour. And inside of there, we really talk this notion of releasing generational strongholds. And I want to talk to you guys about it because I left folks with 5 considerations of how to do that. Right. And I want to share that with you. So some of you all inside of the room might have been inside of that room, but this is the amazingness to be able to pour all the way in. Right. When you stand on a foundation of your greatness, when you stand on that, your faith and your strength have wings that are going to propel your fall. You will fall. But who said that we have to do something the way that your mama did or your daddy did? Who said that that is what determines what's a good wife or what's a good husband? Who says that the way that they looked at education is the same way that you have to? I'll tell you that you couldn't have told me 5 years ago that I would be a 2-time author. You couldn't have told me that I would have my own podcast. You couldn't have told me that I would have been on a TEDx stage. You couldn't have told me that I would have my own business, right? You couldn't have told me those things. Now you could tell me, but I didn't know inside the depths of me because I was going. But sometimes when we open ourselves up to those endless possibilities, then we become this expansive us. So whether you're working a 9 to 5 or you are here as an entrepreneur, I want to talk to you. And I'm so excited to be able to do just that. Hey, somebody said, hey, Lolita, or yes, Lolita. I don't know who you are, so pin your name. Just let me know because on Facebook, you have to click the StreamYard link and let them have permission to leverage your name on camera. So just let me know who you are, and I'm happy to share that and give you a special shout out. The 5 considerations I want to leave you all with today is I'll tell you in a second. Can I tell you guys something? Guess what? I'm turning 25 in my sorority. I'm so excited this weekend. So this weekend, the North Atlantic Regional Conference for Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated is in Baltimore, Maryland. Beautiful, right? Beautiful. So many AKAs from all over the globe convene within the North Atlantic region to really celebrate it and get the business of the organization. Hey, Yolanda, I haven't talked to you in forever. I'm so excited that you are here. Yes, thank you for catching these 10 minutes, and we are going to do this live. But so when you're 25 years old in an organization, meaning that you've been a member for 25 years, it's called your silver year. And that's a great milestone. So this is my silver year. Yes, 25 years ago, I came into the organization Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated at Morgan State University. Shout out to Morgan State. I love it. Yes. And then I had Stacy right here. She said, hey, Lolita, and happy silver star, sis. Thank you so much. So inside of that, this is my silver year. And last night I went to Baltimore and I was just poured into by the love of my Boston sorors who came into town because we're in the same region. And I used to live in Boston, as many of you all knew, for almost 14 years. And they just showered me with all of these gifts and just appreciation. And it had me stand up differently. And I share that with you not only because I'm celebrating these 25 years, but because, thank you, but I'm also sharing it because who told us that we can't leap into into an expansive us? Who told us that we can't already feel the power of our future selves and lean into that? Who said that? Not me, right? Hey, Mervin. Lolita is speaking the truth. I so appreciate you. So let's get into it because since we have some juiciness right here, then I want to leave you with these 5 considerations and I'd love to have your input. You ready? All right. The first thing I said is that when you want to release these generational strongholds, consider dreaming and doing. So what I'm going to leave you with today is this acronym DREAM, DREAM. And this is what I took them through. And it gave such juicy conversation. So hopefully within our 10 minutes here today, you will also feel the power and then leave your considerations for me to have it shown right here. All right. The D was about daring to dismantle what you think you know. Dare to dismantle it. question it. Just because my mother did a thing this way, she did the best with what she had, right? But we are bigger, better, bolder, and sometimes we have to challenge our thinking. That's the power of coaching, cocktails, and conversations. Not only is it my podcast, but it's also my group coaching program where we meet second and fourth Thursdays, right? It's also my newsletter. Coaching, cocktails, and conversations is expansive, but I didn't always think the expansive me. Dare to dismantle what you think you knew. There was a woman on there today, Jackie, and sometimes she's on here. She said, I am the first of 11 of the 11 of us to ever go to college. How powerful is that? That's so powerful. And sometimes her point of saying that is that sometimes the generational strongholds that you let go, sometimes you have to do it on your own. Sometimes you have to take the good of that and say, hey, I leaped, and this is what that can look like, and you too can do it. So good, right? Challenge your thinking. The R is about remembering what makes you soar. Remembering how you feel in those moments. What are you doing in those moments where you feel like you are your most expansive you? If this is not your first time listening to me, then you've heard me always talk about your most be free space. And when you're in your most be free space, how are you soaring? What does that feel like? But also recognizing how it is that you feel when you are not moving inside of a free flowing space. What are you doing? And how can you eliminate that from your life so that now you can pull on things that are going to help you grow? That's about remembering what it takes to make you soar, right? Okay. I love it. The E was about experiencing the unexpected. Experience the unexpected. Even 2 years ago, you couldn't have told me 2 years ago that I would have a book that is on poetry. What? Letters and Poems by Lolita E. Walker. Are you kidding me? No, but I'll tell you what triggered it. Now, poetry was always in my blood, and there's something that's always in your blood. It's innate. It's innate. That's how you think, but you're not doing with it. And I'll tell you what happened. Y'all know I love Clubhouse. I was on Clubhouse, and because I like poetry and I like hearing poetry and spoken word, I started navigating into rooms and I started hearing these dope poets, and I felt like I was in a poetry space, like poetry jam, right? And it unleashed something in me. It's this right here: experience the unexpected and flow with it. And as I heard more and more, I started writing. Now I started writing again, and then I started speaking it. I started speaking it aloud. And sometimes the notion of comparison wants to come into your way, but when you dare to dismantle what you think you know, like, why would I ever write a book about poetry? Dare to dismantle that, and then you remember what makes you soar. I'm in a happy place when I'm hearing that place. When you experience the unexpected and really start writing, that wasn't even in your agenda for today, but now you're writing poetry intentionally. Now you're going to rooms and you're surrounding yourself with people that are going to pour into you. This is life. Surround yourself with people that are going to pour into you. The A is about ask, ask, ask. Last year was the year that I said, I am really leaning into the power of my ask. Far too often we don't ask because there might be judgment attached to it. That's okay. It's real life. There might be all of these things that's attached. I don't want people to see me in my most vulnerable state. I'm supposed to know that, and I don't know that. Who's hurting? You are. Cut it out. Cut it out. Dismantle the shackles that are keeping you where you're standing in complacency right now. Who has time? Not me. Not you. Absolutely not. So we want to break away from the generational strongholds that might be holding us in place. And sometimes, quite frankly, it's us that is holding us there. Get out of it. And then the M is about making room for your success. Make room for your success. So those are the 5 considerations, the DREAM. What I'd love to know, okay, what I'd love to know is what you thought. So here's Stacy. She said, dismantling starts with being aware of it all. Oh, absolutely. So good. What you are saying, what you are thinking, what you are rehearsing in your heart. Absolutely. Then replacing with what you are thinking, saying, and rehearsing with the opposite. Yes. How can that be true? Is that true? Is that true? Affirmations come into play at this time. Even if you don't believe what you are saying, say it anyway. Your actions will catch up with what you are saying. Intentionality is everything. Boom and bam. Absolutely. I love the power of affirmation. I'm an affirmation fan. So today I tell you that I am the greatness that others have yet to see. And that's okay. But sometimes the other is me. I am the greatness that others have yet to see. When you know that, you show up differently. Because just because they have yet to see it doesn't mean that you're not greatness. I stand in my greatness. I am Lolita Emmanuel Walker. When you look inside the mirror, what do you see? And then what do you want to be known for? You've got to know how you demonstrated these things. And that's why I love so much in my first book, Strength Street, right? Strength Street is one of the chapters inside of my first book. And why? Because now you're getting clear on what your strengths are, because clarity plus confidence equals the commitment of how you show up every single day. When I walk into organizations and I'm talking to their leadership teams and I'm helping them to drive clarity so they can get to that renewed action, it is intentionality. It is making sure we're all clear around the table what the outcome is going to be. So today I shared with you when I started that we want to dismantle generational strongholds. And then what we want to do is consider these 5 aspects of dreaming big, dreaming out loud. And what if you could dare to dismantle what you think you know? What if you remember what makes you soar? What if you could experience the unexpected and give yourself permission to do that? What if you leverage the power of your ask? And what if you made room for your success by moving dead weight off or things that have already served you? Let's keep going. Oh, this is so good. Dream, daring to dismantle. Remember, yes, yes, yes. Come on, Yolanda. Yes, make room for your gifts. Make room for success. And the only way you are going to make room for your success is to know that you are the conductor aboard your train, hands down and absolutely. I am the conductor aboard my train. So I choose if I'm going to ask people to leave. I choose if I want to make room on my train because there's only limited space. I choose the people that are going to be on this train right now. And then I leave room because I don't know what I don't know. But what I do know is that we're moving forward, right? Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, Lolita, what is the one about leaping? Yes, yes, yes. It is. I leap because my faith and my strengths have wings to protect my fall. I leap because my faith and my strengths have wings to protect my fall. I know the foundation that I'm on. So now when I leap, I will fall. There'll be times where I fall, but I know that I'm grounded in my faith and my strengths, and they provide the wings that will help me to soar. Make sense? Oh my gosh, so good. Okay. So Mervin said, totally agree with making room for your success. Our largest barriers and our biggest limitations are typically, yes, self-imposed. Having the humility to honestly assess ourselves will help open the door and make room, come on, for our own success. Yes. Now listen, if you all aren't following Mervin Bourne Jr., you must. I graduated from Morgan State University with Mervin, and he is just so dynamic. He asked me, Mervin and I have a history. So Mervin and I actually had a radio show that we did together. It was so amazing. We would both drive to Baltimore, and we had this amazing show, powerful show. You could still catch it on YouTube, I'm sure. And Mervin, what was it on? Be Exposed Radio. It was on Be Exposed Radio. And Mervin and I had this amazing show, and we came to you once a week. So powerful. And then Mervin had me come into his men's retreat. He does men's retreats, and he had me a speaker at his retreat, and it was really so powerful. Thank you so much for that. And then y'all know it's over 10 minutes, right? Okay. My takeaway is wake up, chase my dreams, affirm who and why. Well, yes, 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 yes. Listen, I talked to a group at Morgan State University earlier this week. Yes, on Easter Monday. I had an amazing talk with these amazing students at Morgan State University who were scholars of the Boeing program. And even with the Boeing representatives that were right there and the other students who decided to come get poured into, what I told them, really what I shared with them, was considerations on these unwritten rules, things that I wish I knew when I leaped into corporate. And when I asked them, I have to post this today on my Instagram page. I will do that. I asked 2 students on my way out, like, hey, what's one takeaway that you're walking away with? And one of them said, clarity plus confidence equals commitment. How powerful. And I say that all the time. So the fact that a student could hear that, apply it to themselves, receive it, then apply it and walk away with it means that they will always remember that our words have power, and there's power in our words. Right. And then the other student said something else that I always talk about is own your yes and respect your no. Own your yes and respect your no. Today, we were talking about how to release the generational strongholds. I pray that you all got something from today. I thank you for all of you all who not only are watching, but watching the replay and really leaning all the way in. Stacy said, yes, Marvin, vulnerability is key. It is. And far too often, we don't expose our vulnerabilities for a number of other reasons. And every vulnerability doesn't need to be shared. But if it's going to help you to grow, if it's going to help you to dare to dismantle what you think you know, if it's going to help you remember what makes you soar, if it's going to help you experience the unexpected, if it's going to help you ask and own your ask, because the only way people can help you, they want to help, but sometimes we don't ask the powerful questions that will help somebody pour into us and help us along our journey. You don't have to do it alone. And then make room for your success. That's whether you're in corporate, that's whether you're an entrepreneur. This is about life. This is about recognizing that I know my future self. I see her. I see him. I see you standing right there now. I feel you. I'm already there. So let me walk, talk, and behave differently, because that is life. Thank you, Lolita. You're so inspiring. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you all. Listen, my Women's Weekend Renewal Retreat, you guys, is selling. So I want you to get in on it September 15th through the 18th. You can go to lolitawalker.com. All things are there. Coaching, cocktails, and conversations is not only right here for these 10-minute power hours. But guess what? It's a podcast that's free. Guess what? It's a Zoom cast for women every other Wednesday, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a group coaching program every second and fourth Thursday, right? So much. You have resources right at your fingertips. You have to leverage it. You have to leverage them. That's how you live life and soar. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. You guys have an amazing day. It's 17 minutes after. I appreciate each and every one of you all. And guess what? I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.